Hi guys, welcome to another video. I'm gonna continue to talk about my past with you guys. My previous video I talked about my accident and how I am now. What I didn't talk about was how I knew I was addicted to painkillers and the opioid withdrawals. So I'll start with when I knew I was addicted to painkillers. The moment I knew when I was, addicted to this substance. So I left hospital, as you know, and I went back and I was in a wheelchair, yada yada. Went to the doctors, they took me off the Oxycontin substitute, morphine short tech or something it's called. Took me off that and put me on something called Painkillers, which is another form. It's got opioid in it, but it's just another strain of morphine. It's an addictive opioid. At the time of getting the tablets, I was still coming off the morphine stuff, the short tech, but I just thought I was just feeling like shit because of the accident, which I was to be fair. That was part of it as well. So I got home with this new opioid, Painkillers. It's called something different in the UK. This was in Ireland, and I started on these tablets. I was in vast amounts of pain. After about the second week of taking them, I started to feel. I can remember vividly feeling something one night when I had them. It was like best way to describe it was like helping you fall asleep. It felt like I'd been given a sedative. It was a nice feeling. It felt very relaxing, and I thought this is nice. There's no pain, and I feel really, really at ease. Like I could, accept anything right now. I feel really good. That isn't when I knew I was addicted. I was still really naive about them, even though I've got another past of drugs. This was a new thing. I thought because they were given to me by a doctor. I thought, yeah, they're helping the pain and they're giving me some sort of sedative to help me go to sleep, or whatever. Because sleeping was an issue after the accident, obviously. So about 2 weeks following that, it was one daytime, maybe afternoon time, and I was on the couch watching TV, and I was having my regular breakthrough medication. And I don't know how to describe it. The more I was on it, the more I could sense the feeling of the urges to have more of it was starting to kick in to my head. They was telling me to, you do your dose soon, David. And there was like a little flurry of excitement. But when I knew I was addicted was when I was so excited to go to sleep. That was when it got to the afternoon and it got to after I've had my dinner or whatever. Oh my, I was so excited. I can remember it now. It was just like this flurry in my heart. I was so excited to have this tablet. So excited to have this tablet and go to sleep because I knew how it would make me feel. I know how relaxed I would be, and I know how the little buzz I'd get, and then I'd drift off and it'd be all cozy and nice. That's what it'd be like. And I'd have it. It was like a prolonged release tablet. So I'd have it, and then I'd have my little breakthrough tablet as well, which I shouldn't have done. I found out later on. I shouldn't have had my breakthrough with my long-term night medication. But anyway, I used to watch a little YouTube video, and then I used to feel it kick in. It was like oh God. It was like a really nice, warm, intense feeling, like throughout my entire body. It was such a nice feeling. It was like the most relaxed you'd ever be in your life. It was beautiful. Like there's no lie about it. Like anybody who denies it or says, "Oh, it's terrible, these addicts, terrible people. No, don't associate yourself with these horrible, addicted personalities. They're horrible people." But you could give these to the Pope for 2 weeks and they'd be addicted. It's anyone can get addicted to it, anybody. But like I say, I got this rush, and that's when my addiction started. After that night, I realized that my body was now adapting to the opioid medication. It was accepting it really well. I didn't have any constipation, the usual side effects. All I had was pleasure and warmth and relaxation. And after the shit I went through with the accident and the break and my smash and everything else, I couldn't do fuck all else. I thought, you know what? I want more of this. This feels fucking great. So I was having more, and went to the doctors and said, oh, this stuff's wearing off. So he'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just write you another script out for some more. You take this, the stronger these ones. I was like, fucking nice. Stronger ones, nice. Went to the doctors, and then you'd have it again, and it'd be like the first one you've had because it's stronger, and it's like, poof. It's like, whoa, whoa. Oh, so nice. So relaxing. It starts all over again. Then throughout the day, I was getting excited because I was getting close to having my next breakthrough tablet. Pop that, and it'd be like, oh, fuck. Didn't care about anything else, you know. It's getting rid of the pain on my hip. It's making me feel amazing and relaxed, and you know, food tastes really good. Breathing feels good. Watching telly's amazing. Watching some shit soap on TV. Watching some game show felt incredible. It was absolutely amazing. Now, I know it sounds like I'm really publicising these as amazing drugs, but you're stuck in. You can't imagine life being without this substance. You cannot imagine living without this substance. That's what it does to your head. You don't think of anything else. The thought of not having this in your life, it was beyond a process I could not imagine. It was like, this is my life now. I'm having these tablets every day for the rest of my life. And to not have them, I didn't know how normal people did it. I was thinking, imagine feeling normal. Like, imagine just being a normal person. And that's the worrying part. Focus is gone. But yeah, that's what it felt like. And I could not imagine going back to my normal abled life that I was having before. All I was interested in was being like this all the time and feeling like this. I was thinking there was nothing else that made me feel like this, relaxed, just you know, on another planet. Not on another planet, but I knew exactly where I was. It just made me feel accepted. I knew I was so, like, just felt so at ease and relaxed, and this feels great. I've got no pain. I feel fantastic. And so then this went on for about 2 years. I was on painkillers for 2 years, and of course by the end of it, nothing was working as it should. You know, I wasn't getting the same buzz, which was infuriating, and I hated it. So I went to the doctors and I laid it out, and he said, David, we're going to have to taper you off these now. You've been on them for far too long. And I instantly broke down in tears. Just broke down in tears. And he was like, you do realise you're addicted to these tablets now. And he knew this early on. He knew I was addicted to them. He knew I was addicted to them. And I was like, right, okay. And he said, look, these are your options. He said, I can tape you off them. And he said, it's going to be absolute hell. And I'll get to that in a minute. He said, it's going to be the worst thing you're ever going to do in your life. And I can promise you that as a doctor. And I was like, right. And he said, or you can stay on them and you'll never get off them. Which I knew was the thing, that I knew this anyway. I knew this. Like, it gets to the point where you're searching, like, through the back of the cupboards, hoping that you'd left a little tablet somewhere, hoping that one had rolled out of the packet and at the back of the cupboard, and you're frantically searching through bags trying to find a little tablet. That's what it got onto. I was beyond anything at that point. And so I said, right, okay, fine, I'll try and get off them. I'll taper off them. I'll try and taper off them. And he said, we're going to switch you off Palexia and put you on something else that's not as strong, a bit weaker, and it'll help you taper off. Taper is an understatement when it comes to coming off the highest dose of an opioid that you can get from the doctors that I was on for 2 years. Taper is a light word, a very, very light word. So give me these new tablets. First night, the first night was, it was horrendous, because he said finish what you've got as well, and I had like one strip left of these breakthrough tablets, and I didn't have any of the long stuff left, the good stuff that I was used to having at night. So I was trying to, I had one of the breakthroughs and one of these weaker tablets, and of course the weaker tablets don't get into your system for 3 days. So I was laying in bed, and I was trying to do what I did before. I was waiting for that kick, that little buzz of relaxation that I'm used to getting, that I'd been getting for 2 years, and I was waiting for that. It didn't come. I was getting angrier, I was getting stressed, I was getting anxious, I started to shake. It felt like there was little tiny beetles under my skin. I was itching. I couldn't think. I couldn't process anything. I was like, I've got to get this tablet. I must have a little one somewhere in a bag or something I've missed. I didn't have any left, and that's I was waiting for nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't sleep at all that night, and then I didn't sleep for the next, I think it's about 3 or 4 weeks of torture. If anyone's told you what withdrawals are like, there is nothing you can go through in your life that is as bad as withdrawals. Now, I know there's some, obviously, chronic depression and everything. I completely get that, because I'm still going through that, and I had that on the amplified level. But, like, the feeling of withdrawal, of something just taken away that your brain has adapted to and clinged onto for so long, has now stopped. It's like getting shot repeatedly with a machine gun. It is the withdrawals. It's a pain that I've never felt, and I've been hit by a tree that broke my pelvis. The pain with withdrawals was like that, but amplified. It was stomach churning. Every part of your body was hurting. Your muscles in your arms, your forearms, your fingers were twitching. Your backbone, your bones felt like they were breaking. Everything was hurting, and the only thing that could take this away was that pill. The pills I didn't have. That was the one thing that could stop it. And you would want to kill yourself, which I contemplated, but never did. I rang up my good friend Steve, and I said, "Look, mate, I'm an absolute mess. I feel like I want to kill myself." And thankfully, I'm not going to say what he said to me, but that phone call saved my life. Well, it wasn't really a phone call. It was like a messages, and I think we sent voice notes or whatever. But I was so close. I was thinking. I was asking him, like, what's the best way, like. But I felt absolutely horrendous. There is no pain like withdrawals, and it was, yeah, thinking about it now, it's absolutely horrendous. You can't process normality. You can't think. You can't standing up, walking hated anyway, but just like moving around was painful. Sweats, shaking, itchy skin, suicidal thoughts, anything to stop that feeling of wanting these pills. You would do anything. But I rolled up in the fetal position, I put my blanket over my head, and I just tried to think of anything. I tried to think of anything else apart from pills. And feeling like I did, I just tried to think, and I just kept saying, I have to accept that this is normal now. I just had to think. I had to accept normality, accept what my life has become, and accept that this is going to be me now. I cannot take anymore. And the intensity of my thoughts to doing anything to take more of them tablets was beyond any decision. I don't know how I did it. I don't know why. I would have gone out of my way if I knew somebody in Ireland that was selling these pills, or I had some in the cupboard. I would have gone round and practically broke in and taken them out of the cupboard. That was that bad. Like, I would have done anything to stop that feeling, and I knew that it would have done if I had another one of them tablets, but I wasn't. It was a no-go. So after about 3-4 weeks of not taking them, I'm not going to say I felt amazing, because I didn't. I felt better. I was dealing with it. I still am today. As I said in my last video, I still get that feeling of wanting one around 9 o'clock at night. But I know that I'm not going to take one. But I get that little flurry of excitement. But that's just part of my genetics now, because I was so used to taking opioids. But yeah, it's horrendous, and it still is horrendous. Sometimes I feel so sorry for anybody who's addicted to them, and I have a lot of respect. I did before anyway, but anybody who's addicted to anything, I've got a lot of respect for them, because they're in a trap, they're in a hole that they need. When I was in that situation, I just couldn't imagine being like I am now, normal. It boggled my mind being a normal person again, and trying to cope with that was it's mental. Just like when I was, like I said, I've just said there, like imagining being a normal person again after feeling like I did for so long was just, it wasn't even an image that came into my head. I was terrified of that, because I was thinking, well, this feels too good to not happen, like, you know. But hopefully this video helps people if you are going through, if you are thinking of giving up the opioids. I hope this maybe helps in somewhat way, and it is possible to come off them, even though it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Trust me on that. But it is possible. I'm the walking proof of that. But it's not easy, and it's harder than, like I say, anything you'll ever do. But yeah, another video of me talking about my finding out when I was addicted to opioids, and then the withdrawals. It is possible. Hopefully this video helps, and we'll be back to some reaction stuff soon. I just wanted to tell you this as also like a vlog for me as well, to look back on. Every day you're getting stronger, you know. Every day you're powering through. But yeah, not a day goes by that I don't think of opioid medication, because it was a big part of my life, and there's no feeling on the planet like it, unfortunately. That's why it's so addictive, because of how good it makes you feel, which is disgusting. But it stops pain, but it also gives you an addiction. So when you read the label of something that says take it for 3 days, just take it for 3 days. Not 2 years. But yeah, if this helps, please do leave comments if you are going through something. I know it's probably something you don't want to put in the comments, which I understand. But I stream on Facebook Gaming. The link for that will be in the description. If you want to send me a private message, please do, and I'll be more than happy to answer what I can. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I've got experience in addiction, a lot of experience. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, And yeah, big love. Bye, guys.